Yeet! I am back! Alright. I'm back on velocity here. Don't worry about chat, nothing happened here. Don't worry about it. Uh anyways, this is another quick velocity devlog on the recent updates we've been doing. Oh, there's a bot. Okay, first things first, I forgot what version we're on. I think we're on version 0.8.0 and 0.8.1 is about to get out. But some of the first changes you might notice is when you join, you're gonna get a resource pack message. If you do resource, it tells you the resource packs you can get. Actually, yeah, resource auto will automatically pick the best resource pack. And it also gives you a couple clickable commands where it lets you run kits, warps, and maps. If you run kits, these are now all clickable. All the kits have been revamped. Every single kit you get from ranking up now contains actual items rather than just vouchers where you trade with a cat whiz. All the voucher trades will be changed later, so if you have vouchers, spend them now. But every day you get a daily reward kit. If you do /kit again, you're gonna see it's crossed out and it tells you the cooldown. You use it, it gives you random crates. Or possibly a cache of nanites if you're lucky enough. But hey, I got a really rare crate here. This thing I think was 5%. Gives you a random moddable weapon or weapon mod. And I got a variation 4. This one, variation 4 is for playing without loadouts. It's for playing the game without using loadouts, which is in fact not very recommended, because if you play without a loadout, your health is so much lower. They use kit. Notice we have a kit recruit. It gives you a wooden sword and 2 very basic equipments. Let's use a wooden sword. Okay, here comes my favorite change. For several months, I've been worrying over this one mass problem with vector rotations, and I have finally solved it. You can now aim melee swings at any angle, and they will work just fine. You aim straight up, a horizontal sweep is still a sweep. You can aim it at any angle. Let me actually get it real quick. I didn't have to go through all that. But this is how the weapon used to be. This is the old algorithm, where if you aim straight up, your slash starts curving and it looks really weird and ugly. But now, the new and improved algorithm, you can now do perfectly straight slashes no matter where you're aiming. I love that. And I can actually get the Templar Spear a bit. Templar Spear got nerfed a little bit. Oh yeah, I can also just... I should have just done this. I can't type. I spent so long making all this stuff for the admin, but we have no admins. So it's basically just me using all the commands. You're gonna notice that the slash is now a diagonal slash no matter where you aim. It's now always a 45-degree slash. And if you right click, it goes a 45-degree slash in the other direction. And another thing that got changed is when you swap hands, the direction that your melee swings come from are also gonna swap. There's a bit of lag here. No, my ping's really good. It's just server lag then. See, this slash goes from right to left, but if I switch back to main hand right, it goes from left to right. Just like how guns. Speaking of which, guns, the firing offset is now also a lot more consistent. It's still not perfect due to the way the particles are, and I haven't fine-tuned all the numbers yet. but it always fires closer to the barrel. With the old algorithm, when you aim straight up, the bullet comes straight out of your face. Now even if you aim straight up, it comes slightly towards the right, and if you swap to your left hand, it comes out slightly towards the left. Again, numbers are not perfect, but at least it works. If you're reloading a spawn, it takes no ammo. Now, what else is there? Right. Weapon enchantments. These are the upcoming things. None of these are final yet. But if you notice, right now when I do a slash, it's just a pretty boring slash. I can do a combo hit that does a wider swing, or I could do a heavy attack that cuts downwards. Sonar is on by default now, and we have a much improved loot spawning algorithm. A much improved loot spawning algorithm. This time, it will spawn loot just fine in unloaded chunks by queuing all the unspawned loots and spawning them when you get close enough to it. Let's see what we get. Oh, 2 P90s. I'll take those and empty caps. But here, my swings just do slash damage. 10 slash damage per swing. And if I do a heavy attack, I think it does 20. There's a boss. Okay, I don't want to fight the boss right now. Oh, speaking of which, all mob gun damages have been lowered by 25%. New players were just dying to these bosses way too much. If I use a consumable that buffs my melee weapon, this one launches me up and buffs me with fire attacks. Now all my attacks are gonna do extra fire damage. Now that guy's burning. Ow. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. Burn. Burn. All my attacks do extra fire damage. You can see on the right bar that the fire proc's active and they're burning. The frozen tier will heal you for a little bit of health and enchant all your attacks with ice damage and procs. So now every time I hit, I get cool new particles. And he's now frozen. He's very slow. I'm gonna run now. I'm gonna run to show off the next new feature. Okay, I think I'm safe here. Nothing's gonna shoot me, right? Nothing's gonna shoot me, hopefully. We have 3 more enchantments. Ooh. Now you're gonna see that I'm healing pretty fast. I'm healing 10 health per second. 30 seconds after you get out of combat, or since the last time you took damage, you're gonna start regenerating health at the rate of 10 health per second. And that's so that while you're in the middle of a fight, you can't really heal up. But if you're just taking on the smaller enemies, you won't be left without health and you won't be just slowly whittled down to death. Some melee weapon attacks cannot be enchanted. They cannot be given another elemental buff. And some of them will be more or less effective with buffs. Templar Spear, for example, the final combo finisher hit does fire damage and you cannot override it. So if I if I use my Thunderstruck Dust here, it restores 30 energy and it gives me charged weapon. There's a little cool particle thing. You're gonna see the third hit still does fire damage, but the first 2 hits are gonna start doing electricity damage. And this one actually adds a bit more damage than the others. There's a difference between damage and a proc. Proc will build status effect, damage will just straight up hurt the enemy. This one adds 10 damage, 10 proc. The fire ashes, the burning ashes add 0 damage but 30 proc. The ice one adds 5 damage and what was it? 20 proc. This one adds 10 damage, 10 proc. But it's run out. It only lasts for 30 seconds. And the last one here is a Caustic Mode, which will, if I'm poisoned, let's see if I can find a poison mob. If I'm poisoned, it will remove the poison. I need to get down to the sewers. The poisonous mode spawns in the sewers. Get in. I'm gonna be using the Templar Spear just because it's a lot more damage. Let's see. Oh yeah, we have these twisted rodents spawning in the sewers now. They will deal low warp and low slash damage, but they can spawn in swarms, and if there's a lot of them, there could be a problem. The other mob that spawns here occasionally is the Twisted Mode, which will do a lot of poison buildup. Ow, ow, ow. Oh yeah, water will no longer just ear rape you with all the damage sounds. It will now damage you every 10 ticks or half a second. Kind of like how lava works in vanilla Minecraft. Same thing with lava and fire. All the damages have been made to look a little better. Oh, there's a bit more rats. Where's the slimes? Why is the slimes not spawning? Come on, I just need one spawn. No? Okay, do I still have it. There it is. There's a slime. It will just slowly walk at you, and when it hits you, it's gonna do 20 poison with a little bit of damage. It's not a big threat, but if you get poisoned, you get about 2 whole minutes of damage over time. You're gonna be taking 1 damage every second for like 2 whole minutes. Or was this... Wait, I forgot how long I made it. I did, however, make the poison duration last a lot shorter. The worst part about this is not the damage, because the damage is pretty low. The worst part about it is you cannot regen while this damage is ticking, so you lose that 10 health per second natural regen. If I use the Caustic Mode, however, it goes back from decay to poison, and I stop taking damage, the bar goes down a lot faster. And also my attacks become poison attacks, because it's caustic. It deals low poison proc. I think it was 10. But now if we go to the boss, oh, this thing only lasts 30 seconds, so I better be fast. Oh, closest boss probably is a Templar. And also, added a little warning to the right pane. Singularity events and singularity tank information will now be on the scoreboard when you're not targeting something, so we don't have a target. And it warns me when my tank is full, so I should probably withdraw. And that's freed up 1 singularity. And the buff right now. The buff will apply to all melee weapons regardless. But the last buff item is a shaded star. When you use it, you will take some warp damage. Let me get that again. It's got a pretty cool particle effect from the effect clip. The star. But the death enchantment adds true damage to your weapon. So you can see that it no longer has a sweep animation, but the third hits doesn't get buffed. It adds 10 true damage to attack for a whole minute, or I think it was 2 minutes. You won't be able to do warp damage, but this will let you just do more damage every hit. It ignores all armor. Imagine that, 10 damage ignores all armor. Get a fast hitting weapon and this can do a lot of damage. Let's see if I can kill this thing. Get back. There we go, killed it. This will, however, add 20 warp to you, and when the warp bar fills up, you die immediately. What else was there? Oh yeah, I also remade the Essentials warp thing. And let's actually go to World 1 spawn for now. Let me not op myself. Okay, now the warps are normal and you have a 10-second cooldown. I mean 10-second delay between warps. I did not add a cooldown. I want players to be able to warp whenever they want. Ooh, gardener hat kind of looks wrong here. I need to take off my... Actually, I should probably keep it on. We want the version 17 vanilla. I've been trying to work on fonts, but really couldn't bother. Alright, this is something I've been working on, but this is still a huge work in progress. It's a survival world. These are waypoints. You can right click them to unlock them permanently. And there are currently a total of 3 waypoints in this world. You can teleport to them whenever, when you unlock them. And the only way you unlock them is by exploring. But what will happen is when you do /map and go to the die map link, it's gonna be able to tell you where all the teleport points are, so you can just track them and walk to them. However, I still don't know how I'm gonna handle the survival thing. Maybe just free for all, no anti-grief, just pure survival. I was thinking of saving that idea for another world, so it's mainly a debate between grief prevention or just world guard and admins. Just have admins claim world guard regions for players, or have Townie. Townie is a really cool plugin, but at the same time it's really bloated. Got a tons of unnecessary features, and just overall kind of hard to manage and configure. But I think the payoff would be worth it. So the idea is that the player will be able to claim a townie town here. This will be the first of a couple of survival-based worlds. So if you don't, it's just a pretty small map, 2k by 2k. If you don't get a town here, that's fine. There's gonna be new worlds. Oh yeah, let's warp to spawn. This is a cool thing that our head builder Render built that I really have to show off. And we're back. Oh, wait, no, I warped to the wrong place. Hey, Quartermaster, go to spawn. Oh, if I'm going to spawn, I better put on my regular texture pack. Normally, when you change roles, it loads automatically, but my resource pack's disabled. But here we got a little credits room. These are all the people we have or had. Now it's really just this guy, Lynn, Really, and then Render. But Evie's still there, and we have airports. I don't know why they did this. Florida, IKEA best building 100%. But we also have maps that we got online, mainly from Planet Minecraft. Crew by Crew is the one that builds the warped PvP map. It's called Capital City, and it's from Apex Legends. I played Apex Legends before, but I sucked at it. And then the Zuma no Niwa map is the maps that we just saw. World 1, I cannot use World 1 now. But that's the map we were just in. The survival map. It's called we call it W1 Garden. Because next map that comes out is going to be W2, the next one is going to be W3. And then Garden is just a code name for the map. But there's credits. Oh yeah, new players that join will automatically receive the recruit kits. You have a couple other kits as well that can give you some stuff. Withdrawal, Singularity. Easy way for you to get mods now. Well, my mod slot's already full, but this is a pretty easy way to get mods. Right click? No, let's left click. 99% of players don't realize that we have a gear storage where you can put in gear items. Not weapons and the weapon mods though. But you can even buy more pages. I don't have enough capsules, but I can increase the capacity or the number of pages. I can also sort by different can do different sorts. Left click to cycle through the different sorts, and right click to reverse the sort order. But here's the information. 3 out of 36 slots taken, 3 out of 100 items stored. But okay, do I have anything else? Let's see. I just really love the new melee weapons. I have finally did it. Several months of just not knowing why or how I can make it better. And suddenly, just like 2 days ago, I realized how I could fix it. Several months. I can't believe it took me this long, but at the same time, I am so happy that I finally done it. But alright, I think that is all of the changelog I have for today. I don't know if I have time, but I actually want to show off a bit more things. You might have seen the East Realm texture pack. But this is a server that a friend of mine has been working on. Hi. Most of them probably don't know who I am right now. But there's Render Dragons, the lead builder on Velocity, also the lead builder here. The resource pack on here I think was mostly just scavenged from other places on the internet because these look pretty familiar. I'm pretty sure I've seen these before. But the premise of the game is there's a king, and the king gets taxes. So every 30 minutes, 10% of all your money goes to the king. The only way to prevent that is by converting these... Oh god, I just wasted $20. The only way to prevent that is to buy gold ingots with your money. There's kits. I no longer get the starter kit by default. Release probably in stash V. You get kit starter. You get a weapon that you can drop and a heirloom pickaxe that doesn't break, but if you lose it, it's gone forever. Get a spawn tome. Straw hat tells you right click to equip. This is the same hat that's on Velocity. You took the model from there. Get a woodcutter's axe, get a peasant's shield and some moldy apples, and a spawn tome. And they did not fix a spawn tome. I'm gonna tell them to fix it real quick. Go fix it. Don't know when they'll fix it. Now this server is mostly based around townie and building a town. Lens is dead. Okay, if you see a red exclamation mark after the name, that's an admin. You see a blue exclamation mark, that's a builder. You see a green exclamation mark, that's a guide. So they help new players. I don't think I'll be needing any help though. And come over here, looks like someone just dropped some items. It's got a lot of custom weapons. These are pretty cool. These look pretty cool. I have some kind of special ability. These are all using crack shot. Excalibur, but I can't use it because I'm not king. Only the king can use Excalibur. So I'm better just burning it. It'll probably be cool if I can port the plugin from Velocity over here. That way, like, you get the cool melee swing effects. Oh man. That is my proudest work to date. We got custom armor with custom durability. Wait. Oh yeah, helmets. A lot of custom helmets have infinite durability, so we can look cool forever. A lot of them also have some kind of rarity, and you cannot use them until you rank up. When you get in, you can... Does this spawn tome work? This one works. This one works. You right click, waits a few seconds. Stand still for 10 seconds to warp to spawn, move around, cancel it to get out of it. I can get all my crates. Every day you get a couple free crates. When there's vote implemented, it's gonna all come from voting. So if you do vote, and we're gonna have votifier set up. Ooh, 3,000 gold. But right now, you just get free vote crates every day for just logging in because there's no vote yet. I have been asked to make a couple plugins for the server. So the warp tome, the custom durability, I made those kind of stuff. As well as a few more underlying plugins that work in the dark. Like allowing mythic mobs to drop crackshot weapons as items, or making any block drop any mythic mobs or crackshot item. As well as a couple of funny things. There are a couple Easter eggs. I have left a couple Easter eggs here, like /map, /discord. There's also a couple more Easter eggs that trigger with a very low probability that I have not told anyone about, that I haven't even told the admins about. But that's fine, it's not harmful, they don't need to know. Oh yeah, there's also a 0.5% chance with the server start that it's gonna blow up. But so far it hasn't triggered yet. And we don't really know whether it will work or not. It's just a 5% chance that the server will permanently delete itself when it starts up. Let's see, I got quite a bit of gold. Let's use a spawn tome to get back. And there we go. Can't open doors. Let me in. Where's the cat I put in there? The cat's gone. Oh yeah, these are all of the ranks. I think they're gonna have prestigious too. Oh god, that's gonna take so long to reach. Sell the gold and /rank up. When you rank up a couple times, you're gonna get a lot more perks. Wait. Oh, I have 4,000. Alright, I sold too many. Let's buy some gold ingots back. Store the gold ingots, don't need it in their chest so you don't get taxed. A player's approaching castle. Wait, is that an automatic thing or... Is that an automatic thing? I don't know. If they did that, that's their new thing. What can I do? I know. Starting from the start of the game is kind of difficult because at the very start you don't have anything. You got one crappy sword that barely does damage and a pickaxe, and that's it. And you get a single hat. But you can, however, use your kits. Just like on Velocity, you use your kits, get some armor. Some got rickrolled. But look at this. Oh man. Ooh, I need to be back in a moment. Be right back. And we're back. And there's another bot. Get out of here, bot. You get some money for being online every 10 minutes, I think. Oh yeah, and you also get taxed. See? I had no money, therefore I don't get taxed. Let me just... Can I ban this bot? I can block. I can monitor or restrict. Oh, there's ban. Yoink. Goodbye, bot. There's the first ban. Be gone. Be gone, fell bot. Yeah, I'm gonna start banning bots from now on. Now, there's also a map here. If you go to the link, it'll take you to a die map that looks pretty cool. But I already kind of know the layout of the map. Let's see. Fall damage has a 33% chance to take Dura off your armor. That one's hard-coded in. Now, if you go back here, you're gonna see the castle right over here. Come on, walk very slowly. Seems like the mob spawn has been lowered by a ton because I barely see any mobs. And this is not a cow, this is a wildebeest. You kill it, you get meat. Meat. And leather. Oh yeah, they can also drop a stack and a half a gold block at random. They can randomly drop a stack and a half of gold block, and they can also randomly drop sun staff, which is totally not suspicious at all. Now, let us continue on towards the castle. I'm gonna walk in there and I'm gonna get one-shotted. I think that's a run command on enter on the world guard. Okay, maybe I can edit this video into a tutorial. I'm gonna make a tutorial for Velocity and this server. Because I think it's really cool. That dino looks familiar. I think it's from the We Are the Rangers Minecraft map. That was a really cool map. It was really cool. Ow. And yeah, this is still in we want to call alpha testing. So a lot of things are still kind of rough around the edges. Oh, a player is approaching castle. Is that me? Am I approaching castle? That's castle, by the way. I wonder if I can get to the edge of the castle and just make a spam of players approaching castle. There's a castle and there's a wall. The king and his town, which is the towny town, can build a wall at a specific area of the castle. And other players will need to either fly over it with a spell or a mount, or blow it up with siege weapons. Like that player over there probably has a spell called Admin, and he's just flying over the wall. Let's see, players approaching castle. Where is the approaching castle? Oh, wait. Is there people over there? I need to know where the trigger is. We're gonna walk all the way back here. And look, it's a catapult that you can't use. And rocks. I really like these trees. Like, these are as cool as trees. Hi, Real. Hi, Real. Hi, Real. Let's see, when does this say? A player's approaching castle, here it is. A player is now rapidly approaching castle. Yeah, wildebeest drops that. Wildebeest can randomly drop a stack and a half of gold blocks, right? Yes, it just randomly drops. Same for the sun staff, it can randomly drop a sun staff. The sun staff, I can't use it yet, but it can do a huge AoE burn. But we're just gonna approach castle a few more times. Why does it not say I'm approaching castle now? Oh, players approaching castle again. Wait, Bender's here. Let's keep approaching the castle. Wildebeest, very good gold drop. Now, you can't just break these blocks. You need a siege weapon. It looks like some already claimed king. See, when you go in there, there's a throne that you can right click. And you have to stand still for 30... I can't do playtime. Homes to the throne. You know you can disable commands in regions, right? Oh wait, I think that's a separate plugin. I think it was called World Guard Extra Flags. World Guard Extra Flags, or I can just... You know what? I'm not gonna make one. It might be outdated. If it's up to date, use that. If it's not up to date, I can make one. Well, Cake claimed the throne. You do /king, it tells you the king, who the king is. How did Cake get so fast? Oh my god, there's Bender. World Guard Extra Flags. And I can't even get in there. Cake blew up. Oh, rip. Run away, let's go grind. Okay. Jets. Oh, I can spawn. You can still do the central spawn, so we don't actually need warp tomes anymore. Warp tomes can still be good for the bosses. Ow! What hit me? Oh, it's an invisible linsut. It's invisible linsut. Let's see. Yeah, wildebeest can randomly drop a whole bunch of gold blocks. That's very normal. But when you get gold blocks, you do not want to craft them into gold ingots. You want to come to this NPC here and trade it. You can get a lot more gold ingot that way. But you can also just store them as gold blocks here. This is my gold vault now. We have a lot of gold here, we're rich. All from a single wildebeest. See, wildebeest... I don't know how to explain it anymore. I don't know how... Oh wait! No, Lynn has seen this channel before. Yeah, Lynn definitely has seen this channel before. But also, where is Quartermaster? The destroyer of... the consumer of rodents and destroyer of worlds. Oh, he has followed, so he's gonna get notifications. I told Lynn that I would be streaming, okay? I told Lynn. Let's see. Where to from now? Let's sell 1 stack of gold. And what's Kit Alkalat? Fishing pole. Okay, that's enough. Isn't that obvious? Disable the play name tag? Player name tag? Sure, you could hide it. But that kind of takes away the purpose for sneaking. Well, once you get to this point, what can the player do? They're stuck in spawn, with or without a full chest of gold blocks, and for some reason a sun staff. This is something you get from bosses. Let me show you some bosses. Over here, I think these are all the bosses that are ready. Yeah, we can go to... Ooh, what's a Damon's Pit? That's... Oh, tribe, okay. Tiki tribe. Let's go to Tiki tribe. Alright, we're heading to Tiki tribe. Oh yeah, also... For anyone watching, the admins don't want you to know this, but you can use your wood chopper's axe as a weapon. Same for your heirloom pickaxe. And it can hit just as hard as the other weapons. The admins don't want you to know this. Ow. And there's an overwhelming amount of mobs, and you do not have any AoE unless you have spells or wands or staffs of some kind. So you're kind of just stuck here with a ton of mobs. And you really don't have any better weapon. I think new players, or rather some of the newbie kits, like Citizen or Alkalite, should give you some low tier weapons, just so you have something to do wield with. Like, once you have the Blade of Eternity, you have no low tier weapons until you farm for one. And it's gonna take quite a bit of time to kill all these guys. Each one of these dungeons has a boss. It can also drop fossils. Every mob can drop fossils. Fossils are a type of currency that's used to trade for unique weapons. Usually the high tier ones, they cost a lot of fossil. But fossil is pretty easily farmable from any single mob. The steel spears, I don't think you can actually use a weapon. Yeah, you can use them as a weapon. There are ammo for the ballista, which is a siege weapon that can one-shot people when it used at long range. Can't even see my beautiful eyes with this hat on. Anyways, we go to the boss room and you can see that here's the Tribe Jeff. And he hurts. You can also do a big burn. Like everyone in the radius gets big burn. He burns his friends too. Oh, there's a new player who's probably also gonna get 70 gold blocks from a random wildebeest. Now, can I actually kill? I believe Tiki Tribe is the first boss that's intended for new players. So this shouldn't be too hard to handle. Just gotta put out the water from any of the pools around here. When you put out the fire, what am I talking about? But my damage is kind of low. My health is taking a toll. Ow! Okay, we must run. Run. Heal up. You can do an AoE burn every couple seconds, and that's the only unique thing about this boss. The cooler bosses are all in the end game. Come on, don't burn. Don't burn now. Yeah, you burn. Ow. 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 My ping is so good. Yeet. Come on, don't burn me. Don't burn me. I said don't burn me. Maybe if I can lure it around the water. That's actually a valid strategy. I'm gonna run out of food and die, watch. Ow. There it is. You're in the water now. Look at this poor thing. There's my last pie. And it's down, it dropped nothing. It would drop the sun staff normally. Normally it would drop the sun staff, which my rank is not high enough to use. And if you click this sign, it yeets you back to spawn. This server also uses the same soul plugin as Velocity. Must be a bug that I can't slash suicide. Oh, there it is. Citizens and Steward now contains common weapons. I think that is a really nice improvement. That's another cool thing about this server. The devs are always working and they're always adding in suggestions. And let's see, we're gonna... Operator Sword. Exotic tier. 20 damage, wow. But... let me think. All there is to do now, really, is to grind up gold. Because normally you would not get 100 gold blocks from a wildebeest, trust me. It does not always happen. But you would grind up gold to rank up, and you can either create or join a town. And if you create a town, you need 25,000 gold, which is quite a bit. Let's see, let's give Zaid some gold blocks. There you go, gold blocks. Take some ingots as well. These NPCs sell... These are all fossil traits. One ancient fossil is 60 for a regular fossil. And some of the traits aren't done yet, but these are the low tier weapons. we would go for some of these. There's the auction house where you can buy and sell stuff for ridiculous prices. Elemental sword would be actually really good for starters because of the heal. Same for the spirit. Elemental spirit really useful for starters. But is it worth 10k? Maybe not. But there's a lot of stuff on here. Even spyglass. But I don't think there's too much to cover now. We would cover kings separately. Maybe another video, and I'll make a whole tutorial for this. But oh, it's almost 8 o'clock and I have to go now. So I'll see y'all next week. Goodbye.